May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes, please, go ahead. Thank you.
Please state your name for the record.
Kim Fifer,
And how are you employed?
detective at the Hardy County Sheriff's Office.
And if you could please speak up a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. And how long have you been at the Hardy County Sheriff's Office?
Just shy of 23 years.
What are your current duties?
I'm a detective and crime scene.
Well, I want to focus on the second part. What do you mean? What is crime scene?
Whenever there is a crime, then they will call out crime scene to come and process the scene.
So what types of things, when you say process, I think we have a good understanding, but I just want to be clear. What do you mean by process?
We'll go and take measurements. We will photograph. If we need to get DNA samples, we'll swab, fingerprint, that type of thing.
Okay. So it sounds like collecting evidence type stuff.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. And I'm sorry, how long have you been doing that for?
Probably about 5 years.
So let me ask you this. Were your duties the same or similar back on November 1st of 2022?
I was in crime scene in 2022, but I wasn't a detective at that time.
Okay. So you're just doing all those duties you talked about earlier. Is that more of a supportive role for the detectives and the other officers, or?
At times, yes.
Okay. Well, let me ask you why you're here today. On November 1st of 2022, did you become involved in the death investigation of Urial Shock?
Yes, I did.
How did you become involved?
I was requested to respond to Kazan Road to process the crime scene.
And Kazan Road is where?
I'm sorry, it's in Wauchula. It's where the incident occurred.
Okay. And so do you remember when you got out there?
Is it okay to refer to my notes?
Of course. Refresh your recollection and look up when you're ready.
It was about 6:15.
And so what was your role going to be in this investigation?
My role was to photograph the area, the house, the residence, and where the scene was.
Okay. And is that what you did in this case?
Yes, it is.
And do you actually go through the property and take photographs?
I did.
What time did you actually start taking photographs, though?
It was at approximately 8:05.
Okay. So was it dark at that time?
It was.
Were you still able to take photographs, though?
I was.
Okay. I'm showing you what's been pre-marked as States Exhibit 9 through 27. Okay? What I would like you to do is, we're going to take this one at a time, all right? So if you would first grab States Exhibit number 9, please.
They're in order.
They are in order, Your Honor, yes.
It's also on the back.
Yes, Your Honor. And the label will be on the back, on each photo. Do you recognize States Exhibit number 9?
I do.
What is that?
This is the address, the mailbox
And
for the residents,
what was the purpose of taking that photograph?
to show where we were at, the numerical.
Your Honor, at this time, state would seek to enter States Exhibit number 9,
Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Admit without objection.
and the state would like to publish as we admit each one.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Your Honor. And you said this was?
It was the mailbox. That's the numerical where it occurred.
Okay. And so could you go to, what was the purpose of the photo?
To show where the incident was at.
And so would you turn to States Exhibit number 10? And what is that?
This is the front of the residence.
And is that a fair and accurate depiction of the front of the residence?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would seek to enter in States Exhibit number 10.
Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Admit without objection.
And now publishing, Your Honor. States Exhibit number 10. And let me ask you this, is it just the residence on this property?
There is just a residence. There's a barn in the back.
Okay,
Of the property.
Was this the only structure on the property?
Oh, yes, it was on structure. Besides the barn.
But there was also a barn?
Yes.
Okay. Look at States Exhibit number 11, please. What is that?
This is the front of the residence.
Once again, is it from a different angle, I guess?
Yes.
And is that a fair and accurate depiction of what you saw that night?
Yes, it is.
Your Honor, state would seek to enter in States Exhibit number 11.
Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, admitted without objection, number 11.
Now publishing. Would you please take a look at States Exhibit number 12? What is that?
This is the front of the residence, but it's the driveway to where the garage would go into.
Okay.
So-
And what's your goal when you're taking all these photos?
Just to show like the description of where it occurred at, what it looked like the day of the incident.
Okay. And once again, we're talking about State's Exhibit number 12?
Yes,
And is that a fair and accurate depiction of what you saw that day?
yes it is.
Your Honor, the state would seek to enter, and at this time, State's Exhibit number 12.
Defense?
Judge, I don't have any objection, and I, but we just say, Tom, I don't object to any of the
Okay,
photographs.
so state's exhibits 9 through 27 come in without defendant's objection, correct?
Is that 26, is that many? I didn't realize it was that many.
It's 9 through 27, which is the 18. Do you agree?
9 through 27, yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, all admitted without objection, publish as your wish.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll just publish as we go then, and we'll talk about each photo. So if you would, that was State's Exhibit 12 we were just talking about, correct?
Yes.
All right, let me get there first. So again, there's some reflective things in the background there. What is that?
That's the dump trailer from where they were working on the roof that day.
So there's roof work going on?
There wasn't when I got there.
No, I meant,
But
but
yes.
that's the reason for that, okay. Would you now turn to State's Exhibit 13? What are we
This is the garage
of the home?
of the home, yes.
Okay. State's Exhibit number 14, what are we looking at here?
This is more of the picture of the dump trailer where it was at. So we're just kind of like slowly taking the picture like that.
Are you giving us a reference of where that is to the garage?
To the garage, it's just north of the garage on the side of the house.
State's Exhibit 15?
This is another picture of the dump trailer, but the back of the yard.
Okay, so now we're in the backyard?
Yeah, we're slowly going toward the back.
16
This is the back of the house.
is from the backyard again?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
State's Exhibit number 17, what are we looking at here?
So this is the driveway. This is now, we're facing south toward the road where the mailbox was.
And is the home here on the right side of the
Yes, the
photograph?
home's on the right.
What are we looking at State's Exhibit 18?
So this is the backyard. This is where we're facing north, and it's the fence that kind of divides the backyard from, because there's a barn. So there's a barn right behind that fence. And there's a vehicle. You can kind of see the reflection in there.
Okay, but, so now where you're standing, are you standing at the house looking back?
Yes.
State's Exhibit number 19?
So I am now on the other side of the fence, facing south toward the house.
So now you're looking back at the house? Yes?
Yes, sir, sorry.
State's Exhibit number 20?
This is another picture facing that way.
State's Exhibit 21?
This is the red Lexus and the lawnmower. This is on the other side of the fence, facing north, where they said the incident occurred at.
So would this be on, I guess, we're calling it the barn garage side?
Yes, on the side of the fence, yes, where the barn is.
State's Exhibit 22?
This is a picture of the car seat with the lawnmower in the car.
And the car seat's on the ground?
The car seat is on the ground.
State's Exhibit 23?
It's another angle. You get more of the car in this angle with the lawnmower in the car seat.
And I guess this would be in line with the rear passenger side?
Yes, sir.
Or, excuse me, rear
A
driver's side?
driver's side.
State's Exhibit 24?
This is the car seat with a pink headband.
State's Exhibit 25?
This is the passenger side of the red vehicle.
And once again, can we also see
You can see the car seat.
State's Exhibit 26?
This shows the barn area where the car was parked in relation to the barn.
So this is the barn garage that we were talking about earlier?
Yes, sir.
Okay. State's Exhibit number 27?
And this is the barn.
Does Your Honor want them? So you went through, you took your pictures, you documented the area. What, if anything else, did you do while you were out at the property?
We took measurements from the barn to the vehicle.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you want me to refer to the, no, okay. All we do is just from the barn, from the north side or southeast side of the barn, we took measurements from that corner to the front passenger side tire and to the back passenger side tire, from the north and the southeast of the barn.
And what's the purpose, let me ask you this, is this standard procedure to take measurements when you're at a scene?
It is, it's standard procedure.
Was there any reason to believe that these measurements were used in the investigation in any way?
No, sir.
But is it something that you would do regardless?
We would still do it, yes, just in case we needed to reenact the scene.
Okay. Anything else that you did in this case while you were there?
No, sir.
Did you retrieve any evidence?
The evidence was secured. There were 3 pieces of evidence that we did seize, and we put them into, at the time, I believe he was a detective, but Sergeant Alvarez's vehicle, to secure them, and then I retrieved them back.
And who
into
actually
the
collected
sheriff's
that
office.
evidence, though?
I'm sorry?
And who actually collected that?
It was Miss Wallace.
All right. But you at least participated in the fact that you helped to make sure it was
Yes.
secure and that type? Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I have no further questions.
All right, defense, any,
I have no questions, Your Honor, thank you.
all right. May she be excused, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Maybe excuse your release. Just give me a second.